Hello and welcome back to Tsukihime. My name is Maybe Dennis, and last time we continued our date with Arkwid, where we kind of continued eating our burgers, and Arkwid told us more about our enemy, whose name is Michael something, I forgot. It was a long name. But afterwards we went to our school, we broke in, and we just kind of had a chat about why Shiki is fighting, or how he's living, and why life is beautiful. And afterwards, we went to the park where we kind of just played around with Arkwid, told her about what happened, and they were like, haha, you're a vampire, you're different. And she's like, whoa, want to test that out? So she gets closer, and seems like she's gonna bite Shiki, but it's just a joke, right? And Shiki kind of freaks out because Arkwid can't seem to control herself. That is until we get help from, seems like Noelle, who threw like this sword thing at her, and now we're kind of trapped because they set up a barrier around us. Yeah, things are kind of hectic. It went from 0 to 100 real quick. But yeah, it seems like Arkwid is going to fight with Noelle and Mario, I think. So, let's head into it. She leaps at Arkwid unnaturally, like she was given the push in the back. It's no contest. There's zero chance of getting to Arkwid with a move like that. Arkwid rushes at her, palm wide open as if preparing to swat a fly. She's like, oh my god, what am I doing? What the hell? How could she have possibly blocked Arkwid's attack after such a half-hearted charge? Well, even Noelle's like, oh man, am I stronger than I thought? Whee!
Oh, やればできるじゃねえか。給料分しっかり働けよ。てめえらの食い口もただじゃねえんだぞ。
You better earn your keep, bitch. Not far from me, I hear someone speaking. The sound of their voice contrasting oddly with their choice of words. Though I might not be able to move my body, I can at least turn my gaze. There, I spot him. Yep, it's the boy. The same foreign kid I met outside the Tohno mansion the other day. Whoa! Each of his hands is outfitted with some kind of gauntlet. Is he puppeteering Noelle? Oh, maybe. Oh, that's kind of gnarly, actually. But that's also kind of cruel. His fingers undulated, producing a mechanical clack with every twitch. The noise reminds me of an old-fashioned typewriter.
Ah, 何見てんだガキ。こんなの珍しくもねえだろ。マリオネットの一つも知らねえとかふざけたこと抜かすなよ。勤勉なのが日本人の美徳だろうが。
Okay, so that's his ability, I guess. He must be talking to me. But what do marionettes have to do with this? Those are the dolls you sometimes see during street performances, where the performer strings them up and makes them look alive.
2分持たねえのか計算した。仕方ねえ。ここからは口をちょう。おい、下がれノエル。首ねじ切られるぞ。
By words, I mean threats, ultimatums. Oh, woo! That was one hell of a fight. Arkwid's still heaving with exhaustion when the nun flees, but she finally has the time to look towards the barrier of light, towards me. Man, they really got her at a time when she was super vulnerable. Her eyes shine a bright crimson. Her breathing is ragged, and her back is arched like a predator, ready to pounce at any moment.
ああ、ひでえもんだ。そこいらのグールと大差ねえじゃねえか。それでも最後の真相かよ、姫様。ラウレンティスのジジイが。
What? My sound cut out for a second, so I'll be right back. Okay, I think the sound is back. Okay, so he mentioned old man Laurentis. Is that the other like church person that we saw after the fight with Vlove? I think it might be. Sandy returns to her eyes. Seeing his chance, the kid steps closer to Arkwid.
お初にお目にかかる。東方慰問司祭代行、マリオ・ジャロ・ベスティーノだ。
Okay, Mario Gallo Bestino. Gotcha. So we knew his name was Mario because he said it previously. I don't think they showed his form when they first introduced him, but then we saw it later on with I forgot his name, the detective dude. But it's the same voice, so I knew he was Mario.
役職の高さには突っ込まないでくれ。言いたくねえが、 ジジイの何人目かの便宜上の養子ってやつでね。
Shitload of kids. Uh-oh.
そう。この国の大公主の司令塔。
ああ、赴任したばかりだがな。親の七光だろうと役職は役職だ。俺の島で勝手はさせねえ。特に神祖が間落ちする不始末なんざクソを食うよりごめんでね。
Ah, he's here not to kill Arkwood, but to make sure that she doesn't, lose control. Which, to be fair, that's exactly what they did. They stopped her before she bit into Shiki. Arkwood's will to fight seems to have been snuffed out like a candle. Though that might actually be fear reflected in her eyes.
ようやく自覚したか。このガキの血を吸って殺そうとしたんだよ、あんたは。神祖だなんだと選ぶっておいても、所詮は吸血種だな。同族である吸血鬼を滅ぼして回ろうが、同じ怪物であることに変わりはねえってわけだ。
Damn, he's like, yeah, you're just a vampire. She's like, God damn it.
違う。私は四季を殺そうだなんて思ってない。
何かまととぶってやがる。殺意の話じゃねえだろ。生態として当然の話だろ。いるだけで迷惑な生き物だって自覚はどこに行った。このガキがあんたの本性を見てどんな声を上げたのか理解できなかったわけじゃねえよな。
To be fair, that was quite the blood-curdling scream. She can't deny it.
本気で我が目を疑うぜ。痛いところを突かれれば逆ギレかよ。ジジイ曰く冷徹な兵器だって話だったがまるっきり不出来な人間じゃねえか。
Yeah, she's definitely not perfect, but it's okay.
まあいい。その目、その狂眼をあんたはそこのガキに向けたんだよ。ぜいぜいとみっともなく男にこびる娼婦みたいにな。その時の感想を本人に聞いてやろうか。
Like a broke hooker. Damn, he's going in. He has no chill. Oh, jeez. Even she's like, oh crap, he's kind of right. That boy, Mahoyo, turns my way. His gaze pierces my chest, momentarily taking my breath away. Despite his foul tongue, he does have a certain righteousness to him. I mean, yeah, he is like rude as fuck, and he once again gives no shits. But technically, technically he hasn't really done anything wrong. He stopped Arkwood, but he's not trying to kill her. He's making sure that she doesn't do anything wrong. And technically is, Noel did say, we'll get to you later, but they both technically did save Shiki.
出番だぜ、トーノ。感想を聞かせてやれ。
Oh, look at the smug ass face. It's so smug.
僕、危うく一口で食べられるところでした。ちびりそうなぐらい怖かったですってな。
More than anything, I want to scream at him and tell him that he's wrong, but I stopped myself short. Denying it would be the same as lying. I was scared shitless. Passing it off as any less would hurt Arkwood more than a lie ever could. There's hurt in Arkwood's eyes as she averts her gaze.
司祭代行の言う通りです。下がりなさい、吸血鬼。あなたのような怪物が人間と共にいるなんて許されるとでも思っていたのですか？
I wonder, so like Arkwood said that she had some bad experiences with the church, and when we mentioned the church the first time, she was like, oh, damn, I hope that person isn't here. I wonder who that is. I mean, clearly, she and Noel didn't get off, they were against each other from the start, but Mahoyo had to introduce himself, so it's definitely not Mahoyo. So maybe it's Noel?
力に任せて人間を従わせる。
Oh god. But the thing is, Noel was so terrified of Arkwood that I can't really see her being a threat to Arkwood to the point where Arkwood would be so disdainful of her. I feel like it might be someone else.
吸血鬼らしい下びた考えだけど、そうはさせないわ。私たちに感謝しなさい、四季君。危うく吸血鬼にされるところだったんだから。
I'm just imagining some people are like,
It should have been me, not him!
No, you're wrong. Sure, I was scared. I can't deny that. But that's not what was happening. I never once felt forced. She always respected my free will. She didn't force me into anything. I was with Arcuid because I wanted to be, not because anyone told me to.
違う。なんだよあんたら。いきなり出てきて全部わかってるようなことを言って。アルクエイドは血を吸ったことなんて一度もない。さっきのはただの冗談だ。
何を言っているんです？一度も血を吸ったことがないですって？そんなザレ言を信じろとでも？確かにそこの真相は優秀よ。ここ800年ほど犠牲者を出した記録もない。けどそんなのは
うるさい。そんな話なんてどうでもいい。いいか、アルクエイドの邪魔をするならあんたらが何であろうと許さない。大体俺本人が好きでアルクエイドと一緒にいるんだ。外野にとやかく言われる筋合いはない。
Look at that blush. It's like, the first time.
はあ？許さないですって？
Noelle's voice is laced with an emotion I can't quite place. A fraction of malevolence she's been directing at Arcuid shifts my way. Still gripping her sword, she approaches me until Mario.
おい、豚ノエル。
Oh, Porky. Oh, whoops.
はあ？豚って言いました？どこが？どうして？っていうかあなた口悪すぎ。お偉いさんのボンボンだからってあんまり調子に乗る。
The nun lets out a strange yelp and starts hopping up and down. All her hostility disappears like a leaf on the breeze. I'm starting to understand what the power balance is like here.
うちの脳筋がちゃちゃ入れてマジすまん。チキンのくせに沸点低いんだこいつ。後で焼き入れとくから多めに見てやってくれ。だがまあ、バカはバカなりにいい言葉を引き出した。一度も血を吸っていないとは泣かせるじゃねえかトーノ。なあ、そうだろ。アルクエイド・ブリュンスタット。
アルクエイド。
So, Arcuid doesn't answer. Oh, man. Not answering is almost like confirmation in this case. She just hangs her head and bites her lip. It's as if she's acknowledging that what he said is true.
あと訂正な。このガキにかけた結界は捕まえるためじゃねえ。今ここにいるおっかねえモンスターから守るために仕方なくロハでかけてやったもんだ。
I do believe that.
この意味、口にしなくてもわかるよな。
Arcuid lifts her head. Oh, she can't face us anymore. I'm sorry. He barely whispers the words. The next moment, she fled into the dark of night. Oh, that was actually really interesting. That was really intense, but also significantly shorter than I thought it was going to be. I find myself shouting. Okay, actually, no, I was going to look at the flowchart, but then I remembered this is probably a new scene, but the thing about the flowchart is sometimes it spoils me, so I should probably not. I find myself shouting. Looking up at the moon, I move my glasses so I can see the lines. Oh. With a single slash, I kill 2 of the swords, keeping me captive. My thoughts are a mess. Oh, you did it right in front of them too, so like, they're gonna be like, wait, how'd you do that? Those fangs that almost... my own screaming. These outsiders and their self-righteous garbage. I can't deny it, but... If all she can do is run away with that pained look on her face, wouldn't that mean that these jerks are right?
てめえも短絡思考だな。追いかける前に例の一つも言っとくもんだぜ。クソガキ。
Yeah, fuckwad. He said Kusogaki, you brat, damn brat. The kid, Mario, doesn't block my way, but he does call out to me before I make a run for it.
お前たちさえ来なければアルクエイドは何もなかったんだから。
あ？本気で言ってんのか？それともヤケか？どっちにしろそこの噴水に頭突っ込んでこい。しらけ切った嘘なんざつきやがって。それであの女が救えるのかよ、てめえ。
Crude as they are, his words snapped me back to reality. By pure chance, they struck me right where they needed to, but just as he says, what's the point in there? What point is there in telling a lie that I don't even believe? That kid is right. It'll only end up hurting Arkwood and destroying me in the process. Taking a deep breath, I suppressed my need to chase after Arkwood.
そうだな。悔しいけどその通りだ。助かった。アルクエイドを助けてくれて礼を言う。
He's like, wait, helping Arkwood? I don't care about that. Shelving my distrust for the time being, I bow my head at the two of them.
いいぜ。気が変わった。ちょっと話聞いてけ、トーノ。
Oh damn, he's like, oh, this guy's angry, but he gets it. Ooh, let me talk to him. So far, the way they portrayed Mario was, I mean, up until now, before this scene, was very like, okay, you know, for lack of better words, a brat with high authority, which is technically what he is. But when you like seeing his actions here, I mean, so far, like I said, he hasn't done anything wrong. The way he goes about it is a little bit like extremely like rude and abrasive, but he technically is doing his best to help us. I genuinely do believe that he thinks he's doing the right thing.
俺が話を聞きたいのか。まあいい。どっちも同じだ。ほら、こっち来な。
Mario saunters over to one of the park benches. Are they gonna ask about how he escaped from the barrier? Swallowing a deep breath, I follow after him. Honestly, I'd rather chase after Arkwood with everything I've got. But in my heart of hearts, I know that wouldn't solve anything. And I have a feeling he knows what I should be doing instead.
代行私もですかっていうか、座って休んでいいですか
You're staying here.
死ね、ブータ。てめえ、俺の後ろで SP だろうが。ベンチに座んのは俺だけだ。トーノはそこまで気を許しちゃいねえからな。どうせそこで立ちんぼうだろ。
Jesus, he's so mean. He's like, fuck you, pig. He's so mean. He saw right through me. Much like Noelle, this kid is far from ordinary.
じゃあまあ、こっちから確認だな。俺たちのことはどこまで聞いている？
吸血鬼退治の専門家だろ。
Ooh.
アルクエイドは聖堂教会の代行者だと言っていた。
Ooh, nice. We're getting church lore this time. Because all we got about the church was from Arkwood, and it was from her perspective as a vampire. So, I mean, she seemed relatively objective. She even talked about her disdain for them, but like most of it kind of didn't make sense. But seeing it from another perspective is going to give us a lot more insight on what they're doing, and maybe even about what we're trying to find.
そうか。それだけ知ってりゃ十分だ。説明が省ける。
Yeah, she's like, yep, well, I guess she did a good job explaining it. And like another thing is that she said that the executors, the church, might have a better time finding this vampire than she would. So maybe we'll get some deeds.
俺は親父の代わりに派遣された新人でな。実のところ、この国の事情はまだ半分ってところだ。そこの三下は俺より早く調査していたがな。ただし独断。俺じゃなかったら、師匠だけでなくてめえも更迭されてたからな、ブータ。感謝しろよ。
Okay, so the small fry, Noelle, was with her master. The question is, who is her master? Because they said they work in two-man cells in pairs, but I thought maybe it would be these two. But he clearly, yeah, he just arrived. He arrived very shortly before the Vlove thing happened. So I guess there's another person.
はーい、感謝しています。お坊ちゃん大好きです。
Oh my god, Noelle's such a character. Mario, Mario, your subordinate is clearly mouthing off about you when you aren't looking.
俺たちの仕事は吸血鬼掃除だ。ただし標的は真相、アルクエイドじゃねえ。厄介な競争相手だが、あれと正面からやり合うほど万有じゃねえからな。
I don't know. Have you tried killing her? Oh wait, no, that doesn't work. I tried.
で、姫様が追っている吸血鬼が何者なのか。
Mario's tone shifts ever so slightly. Okay, I think it was called like Michael Roa. I forgot. This is clearly no simple question, but I can't get a read on his intentions. We got no choice but to answer truthfully.
ロアって名前ぐらいは上司タイプの吸血鬼で、もう何年も前からこの町に潜んでいるんだろう。
それだけしか姫様は口にしなかったわけか。
Yeah, she didn't really talk much about the dude.
こりゃ二重の意味で外れだな。トーノも知らないし、真相も知らない。それであの瞑想っぷりかよ。
Oh, that's why they have a lot more information. Maybe it's because they have a lot more people, but yeah, Arkwood's right. The church is in a better position to find this dude.
たく、真相に何があったんだ。精度が低いにも程がある。隕石でも落ちてきたか。
No, she is a meteor. Something else hit her in the head.
いや、それはきっと。
Ooh, I don't know if you can share that. I can't bring myself to say it, but her current condition is definitely due to me killing her.
まあいい。もう一体大物が来てたって報告もあるしな。眉唾だったんで後回しにしてたが、調査対象に挙げておくか。よし、確認はこれで済みだ。ここからは本題。てめえを呼び止めた理由。
Nice.
てめえが殺したがってる敵の話をしてやるよ。
Because I'll find out more about Roa. Okay. I'm glad because like Arkwood was like, I'll tell you eventually.
司祭代行、それは。
Miss Noel is gesturing feverishly behind him. This information must be highly confidential. And exactly why I'm dying to know about it. Aside from his name, I still don't know a thing about the vampire we're facing.
俺は助かるけど、いいのか、そんな話をして。
よくはねえ。機密事項だ。
Nope, shit's classified.
だがまあ、当のは当事者だし、異教とはともかく、無神論者は厚く遇するのが信条でね、いずれ大事な資金源になる。
その発言は協議に戻ります。警告。
Okay, you know, for all the all the attitude that Mario has, I actually really like him because like he's very fair and he's doing what I think would be technically the right thing to do if I were in his position.
黙ってろ。肝心な部分はモザイク入れるよ。じゃあまあ、姫君の稀なる協力者にレクチャーと行きますか。
The favorite little collaborator. Hey, that's me.
なあ、トーノ。敵は古いタイプの吸血鬼だと言ったな。ってことは、奴らが不完全な不老不死だってことも聞いているな。
聞いている。使徒は人間の血を吸わなくちゃ体が保てない。けど、逆に人間の血を吸っている分には、ずっと老いずに生きていられる。
I see. Vampirism 103. Just kidding.
そうだ。けどさ、それって結局、不老不死とは言えねえよな。不老不死ってのは完全のイメージだろ。人間程度の血がなくちゃ生きていけない。血を飲まないと体が崩れていく生き物なんざ、完全には程遠い。むしろ人間以下だろ。
Huh. It's an interesting way of thinking about it. But he isn't wrong because like if vampires don't have human blood then they die, but humans, you can say if we don't get nutrients, we get nutrients from so many different sources.
それは
Sounds like a bunch of BS, I want to say, but he's not wrong. No one would dispute that vampires are superior to humans, but they can't survive without ingesting blood. How are they any different from any other organisms?
確かにどんな外的要因であれ死んでしまうのならそれは不老不死とは呼べないよな。
なんだトーノ、話が早いな。隣座るか。 有能なやつは好きだぞ俺。
I'm still not sitting, man.
結構だよ。
Yeah, no.
けどそれがどうしたんだよ。欠点はあれ、吸血鬼は限りなく人間の血がある限り不老不死なのは変わらない。こんな不老不死の定義がアルクエイドの敵についての話なのか。
ああ、ちょいと遠回りだがな。もうちっと我慢しろ。
No!
と
She
にか
just
く
strips.
死とと区別される吸血鬼の不老不死は不安定なものなんだよ。奴らの場合、単純に寿命が人間の数倍になったということだけだからな。
単純にって、あいつら寿命だけじゃなくて力とかも人間離れしてるだろ。
ああ、そこだ。死との固有能力は奴らが人間だった頃に手に入れたものをそのまま何百年と成長させたスキルに過ぎない。
Their unique abilities are stuff they've learned as humans, just polished over the centuries. Okay. I mean, how would this Vlo's ice powers take? I don't know. I'll let him explain.
奴らは自身が学んだものを吸血鬼になっても学び続け、結果としてそれが原理になっただけだ。
So is it like they study it so hard it becomes their power? Kind of like how in Fate, you know, every servant has their abilities and noble phantasms, even though in real life things wouldn't work that way, but in legends they can. Like for example, I don't think a lot of the sabers can fire beams, but you know what? They're so strong in their legends that sure, they can fire beams.
原理。
その死との命題、生きる目的、死ねない呪い、真の不老不死に至る唯一の道。これを原理結界、イデアブラッドと奴らは呼んでいる。ま、一生かけても終わらない夏休みの宿題とでも思っとけ。
Huh. Didn't Arkwood take the idea blood from Vlov? I remember when Vlov died, she went over to his body and was like, oh, I found this thing. I forgot exactly what it was, but I think it was called idea blood.
この原理のため、人たちはそれぞれ全く別の目的で活動する。学んでいたものが一人一人違うからな。でだ、そんな人たちの中に真剣に不老不死を学んでいやがるクソ野郎がいやがった。
So every dead apostle basically has their own method of achieving immortality. That's kind of cool. I remember reading a manga called, I think it was called UQ Holder, which really, well, let's just say it studied a lot of different methods of immortality and how they interact with each other. Although at the very end, it was a very different type of series.
不老不死になったのに不老不死を研究していたっていうことか。
ああ、人たちは吸血鬼になった時点でそれが人の身での不老不死の頂点だと自覚する。だがな、そいつはむしろ対価だと感じたらしい。
Huh. I mean, I guess to a lot of vampires, it's like, yes, I can live for a longer period of time now, but I can't go out for half the day.
こんな不完全なものはいらない。自分はもっと完全な不老不死を作り上げる。なんてな。だが形がある以上、滅びは必然だ。時間の圧迫、細胞の摩耗、魂の型落ちはいかなる存在にも例外はない。生命は生まれ出た時点で死を内包している。自分がここにある以上、たとえ年を取らない肉体を持ってしまっても、存在の死から逃れることはできない。死から逃れるということは、死ぬということだ。
Huh. Basically saying that anything physical will deteriorate with time. So the only way to get rid of it is to die, or at least have a way of existing after death?
この絶対の矛盾はどうしても解決できない問題だ。
そうだな。死は誰にだってある。
I know that very well.
ない奴がいるとしたら、それは。
Its death would have to be like it never existed in the first place. Even Arkwood can be killed during the daytime. Nothing in this world could be entirely deathless.
ああ、 存在の死からは逃れられない。そこでな、そいつは寿命を延ばす方法ではなく、死んだ後も自己が存在し続ける方法に目をつけた。
So keep living after death. So like, ghost? I don't know.
それこそが不老不死だと開眼しやがったのさ。うちの競技にはねえが、輪廻転生ってやつだな。
Reincarnation. You know, my next guess was gonna be kind of similar. I was gonna say possession, where like once your body's done, you just go into someone else. But I guess reincarnation is like a different version of that. So you know what? Sure.
今の自分が死んでも自分を保存できたままで、新しい人間としてやり直すことができれば、それは死を先駆けている。最も消滅していない時点で死とは言えない。死の先を行くというのは言い過ぎか。
I mean, in that case, it begs the question of if non-physical things can die, so or like have like death lines. So like, can Shiki like see a soul and then stab it?
輪廻転生って、つまり今の体が終わったらまた胎児からやり直す。
I mean, if it's reincarnating, it should be, right?
そうだ。そいつは存命している間、次の自分の肉体をあらかじめ決めておき、その赤子が誕生した時点で自分の全情報を移植する。
Ah, he's doing this manually. He has like gotta extract data and put it in him, but he should have uploaded it into the cloud.
そいつの情報は、その赤子が成人ないし、自己としての知性を持つまで影を潜める。
Oh, so even if he is technically like reborn as a fetus, the thing is the memories or like the self won't actually awaken until later on. It's not like, so there will be like a gap of time when he's not possessing anyone, I guess. Or like it doesn't seem like it because the memories his presence hasn't surfaced.
そして自分を引き継ぐにふさわしい知性が育まれた段階で、その赤子はそいつになっちまうのさ。
ちょっと待ってくれ。それって何か？まさか赤ちゃんが母親の中にいる時に手術をするのか？
いや、医学的な手段じゃない。そいつは今の肉体が滅ぼされた瞬間に、あらかじめ決めておいた体に転生する。要は複写だな。さっきは全情報と言ったが、要するに電波みたいなもんだ。
So it's more, it's like a duplicate. So it's like it's copy paste. It's not actual like transfer. Like when you drag a file on your computer to an external source, it actually makes a copy of it instead of actually transferring it.
この場合、電波を発信するのも受信するのも人間の脳になる。そいつの優れたところはな、魂なんていう計測不能にして肉体という器がなければ無産してしまうものを伝達可能なものとして加工したことだろうよ。
Okay, leaving aside the question as to whether that's even possible, that would mean that this person is born and raised as a human. Until one day they transform into a completely different person. A vampiro. Wait.
マリオ。つまり、そいつが。
ああ、そういうことだ。
Oh, jeez, look at this freaking face. It's so weird.
俺たち聖堂教会と神祖の姫様が追っている吸血鬼。
Is it possible that they haven't awakened yet? What is the age that they would awaken?
かつての名をミハイル・ロア・バルダムヨン。
Michael Roa Valdamyong. Valdamyong, not Valdamjong. They said Mihail instead of Michael, so okay. Mihail Roa Valdamyong.
今はアカシャの蛇とも転生無限者とも言われる使徒だ。
The Serpent of Akasha and the Infinite Reincarnator. Huh. That's really interesting because like Arkwright called him like a mid-ranked dead apostle, so maybe his abilities aren't anything noteworthy, but this one allows him to continue living on. So it's not like he'll get any stronger unless maybe his host is really strong, but he can live he can keep living.
蛇は無限や循環のシンボルだからな。脱皮
Ouroboros.
して新しい体になるってのはこいつにはぴったりの俗称だ。
それがアルクエイドの敵。
A reincarnating vampire. How many trucks has he been hit with? The mere thought of prickles my skin, but now I finally know what we're up against, despite Arkwid's reticence. I'm trying to remember. I'm pretty sure Roa showed up in Type Lumina. I'm trying to remember his appearance. Because, I mean, I don't want to spoil myself, so I'm not going to put anything on screen, but I'm pretty sure he's there.
しかしここからが問題でね。姫様はもともと吸血鬼を殺すための装置だったんだが、ロアが現れてからは奴だけを執拗に追いかけるようになっちまった。
Wait, so Arkwood was made to kill vampires? No wonder why, like, the church is like, yeah, we're here to regulate you, not kill you. We want to stop you from going berserk, but we want to make sure that you're still here so you can keep killing vampires. Which also explains why she said that she worked with them in the past, but maybe she's had a bad experience with them before. You know, leave a 2 or 1 star at Yelp. But she... It's kind of funny. She's like, all right, my job is to kill vampires. And Roel's like, I'm not dead yet, though. He's like, I'm gonna keep going.
ロアが今まで転生した回数は16回。
16? How... If Arkwood is constantly on, like, this guy's ass, I wonder what age this guy usually, like, gets up until, like... I would imagine not very old. I would imagine this guy would get to the age of, like, maybe, like... Let's say, let's be generous and say 30. Like, Arkwood actually let this person have enough time to live up to 30. So that would mean 30 times 16 would be like 450 years tops. Alright, yeah, okay, fine.
そのことごとくを神祖は消滅させている。
Oh god. So Arkwood has it out for this guy because it literally goes against her programming. She's made to kill vampires, but this guy won't fucking die. On the other hand, this guy has been like subjected to Arkwood's fury so many times. Kind of makes you feel bad for this person, depending on you know, how they actually are. If they're actually, you know, fucking evil, then maybe no mercy.
ことごとく消滅させてるって。でもそいつは死んでもまた生まれてくるんだろ。
そうだ。ロアは神祖に殺され、その度に転生し、また神祖に殺される。そんな繰り返しをもうずっと続けてきた。その年数、実に800年。
It's been 800 years. Okay, so in that case, 16 reincarnations, so that's like 17 lives. Let's just be generous and say that they live up to like, I don't know, like 50. That'd be about 800 years. That's a pretty long lifetime per lifetime.
あの姫様に相手の肉体ではなく、その意味を消滅させられるような力があれば、あんなクソ野郎をのさばらせることもなかったんだがな。
Pure disdain seems to underpin every syllable. Maybe I'm imagining it, but I get the feeling he has a thought or two about Roa that he hasn't mentioned out loud. Oh yeah, I think that's where Shiki plays.
話はこれで終わりか。
Because Shiki can kill anything. Except for Arkwood, apparently. Ooh, can he kill Roa then? But like, Shiki seemingly can kill everything. But the thing is, if Roa is able to plant like his copy in someone else and they'll awaken, then I don't know if Shiki will be able to kill that since you know he didn't kill a I don't know. We'll see. We'll see.
なら。
待てよ、トーノ。ここまでのはサービスだ。いい知らせと悪い知らせ、どっちから聞くってやつだ。
That was a pretty good freebie. Alright, good news or bad news? Ooh.
もちろん、ここまでのはお前にとっていいニュース。ためになっただろ。
ああ。ロアってやつの情報は感謝してる。
You know what they say, no news is good news. Bye-bye. I'm not sure why, but I've got a creeping feeling that I shouldn't hear what's coming next.
あとちょっとだ。観念して聞いていけ。ロアの厄介なところは、その発見が極めて困難なことだ。
Oh, wait. Weren't they investigating the Tohno mansion?
何しろれっきとした人間の子供として生まれ、人間の両親がいるんだからな。ロアが吸血鬼として肉体と意識を変貌させるのは、ロアが満足に活動できる年になってからだ。
So reaches an age that Roa is satisfied with. What age is that?
そのため、その人間は吸血鬼としての片鱗を全く見せない。そのくせロアとして目覚めれば、今まで培った人間関係を利用して完全に社会に溶け込みやがる。
I forgot if this was a plot point in the original Tsukihime. I only remember one other plot point, but I don't remember if it involved a reincarnating vampire. Oh, it's been so long. What? I hope he doesn't say it's Shiki.
教会が異変に気がついた時はすでに手遅れ。一つの町がそのまま使徒になった後なんだとさ。
At this point, I can't even nod along as he tells his story. I'm frozen stiff. I don't like where this is going. Is he not gonna say it's Shiki or Akiha, I hope?
どうしたトーノ？顔青いぞ。
Oh.
いや、おかしいだろ、それ。よくわからないけど、その話はおかしい。生まれた時は人間なんだろ。なら、いくら前世の人格とやらが目覚めても、体は人間のままなんじゃないか。
Exactly.
残念ながらの。
Never mind.
転生するのは人格ではなく魂だからな。一度神祖に血を吸われた人間は、その肉体のみならず魂まで汚染される。
Oh, that's why they're so gun-ho about preventing Arcuid from Shiki.
ロアは魂という情報すべてを次の自分に引き継がせる。
So the copy thing is still there, but it's to make it so that something is a suitable vessel for him to hop into after he dies, I'm assuming. So it's not, so there is only still one Roa. It's not like he can make like 50 copies or anything.
たとえ人間であろうと、ロアが目覚めた時点で肉体も吸血鬼に変貌する。だが、トーノの言う通り、それではちょいとばかり弱い。
Oh no, Tohno's weak.
転生先の肉体が平凡なものなら、その代のロアは無能な吸血鬼になっちまうからな。だからロアは生きているうちに転生先を決定しておく。転生先に選ばれる条件は2つ。1つは富豪であること。社会的地位も高く、財産も豊かな家の子供として生まれれば、町すべてを吸血鬼化させるのに便利だからな。
Oh god. Okay, the Tohno estate.
そしてもう一つ。これが肝なんだが、人間の中にも特別な力を持つ輩がいる。
We got the mystic eyes.
魔術のような学んで習得する神秘ではなく、生まれついてその肉体が持ってしまう得意能力。一般に超能力者、鬼ごと差別されるもの。
Ooh, demon spawn.
得意能力ってのは肉体的なものだからな。家系、血筋で遺伝する。ロアは自分の新しい肉体にそういった人間ではないものの家系を選ぶって話だ。
Right now it could be Shiki or Akiha, because we saw the father write in his journal that like there was some curse or something, and that a lot of people, you know, in the bloodline die early. Well, actually, that wouldn't make any sense to choose someone like that because they would die early.
富と名声があり、その裏で人間以上の力を持つ家系。
But on the other hand, actually, like I said, there wouldn't be a reason to, you know, do that because they would die early. But then they would turn into a vampire and they would be immortal. So maybe they would.
それが転生先に選ばれる条件ってわけなんだが。
He's like, I see.
理解してくれたか？Tohno, Shiki君。
That's why he said that last time. Tohno, Shiki. Dizziness overtakes me. The corners of Mario's lips curl into a sneer. Noel's gaze is ice cold. There's only one family in the city that meets those conditions. I hear a hollow, dry noise. It's coming from me.
何言ってるんだ、お前。俺か、アキハ。 どちらかが吸血鬼だっていうのか。
That's why Noelle was coming on so hard to Shiki. She was trying to confirm that, like, oh, have you awakened yet? Ooh. I thought she was doing that on everyone to see if they were a vampire, but no, it was Shiki specific tech.
いえ、今回の転生先は男子です。それは証言が取れています。権代のロアは遠野家の長男に間違いはありません。
What? I don't understand a word she's saying. Doesn't that mean that Arkwood's enemy is actually... There's no way. It can't be. If that's true, then why hasn't she killed me yet?
そりゃロアの意識が出るまでそいつは人間だからだよ。だがまあどうにも風向きが違うな。そこの三下の報告は間違いだ。お前はロアの転生先じゃない。アカシャの蛇は別の人間だ。
This dipshit's report was wrong.
はい。
Oh man, that also explains why, like, why Noelle, despite, you know, why Noelle acted certain ways against, like, with Shiki. She would all be flirtatious to lure out the vampire, but also be, like, extremely cold and harsh to him because any second he could be the vampire. Oh, wait a minute. Stop. Oh, wait a minute. After all that buildup, it isn't even me?
はあ？私たちの報告書ちゃんと読んでるのかこの砂利ガキ。調査に何日かけたと思ってるのよ。もう 100% 間違いなく塔の式がロアなのに。
100% だ。なら前提が間違えてんだよ、このお布施泥棒が。俺は悪名高き人間使いラウレンティス騎卿の秘蔵っ子だぞ。人を見る目だけはてめえにもてめえの師匠にも負けてね
え。Damn. Oh man, I mean, he's telling us a lot of information. He was telling us in a way that we would like panic because like, oh no, oh no.
何のために事情聴取したと思ってんだ。10分も話せば人となりもその心理も読み取れる。
Oh, he was also trying to read us. That's all. He's so smart for such a brat.
こいつはまあまっとうにイカれてるが同じくらいまっとうな人間だ。
He's totally fucked up, man. He's totally human though.
吸血鬼の魂がプリントされた人間にこんな情けねえ反応はできねえよ。
Our conversation was a ruse for him to determine whether or not I was Roa's host. I mean, I'm glad to be cleared of suspicion, but that just leaves me with more questions about this kid.
つまりどういう。
俺たちにてめえをどうにかする権利はねえってことだ。
Oh man, I really like this because he's being extremely. I mean, I don't know the logic behind his reasoning for, like, not thinking Shiki is the vampire. He says that conversation was what helped him confirm it, and vampires aren't. They don't act like Shiki, for lack of better words. But he is like essentially. I mean, once again, he's rude as hell, but he also is following protocol, it seems, despite the fact that he just shared a lot of information with us. But he's also trying to make sure that he doesn't make mistakes, because if he jumped the gun like Noelle, potentially an innocent person could be dead. And he's like, no, I'm gonna make sure that he's not Roa. If he's Roa, we'll jump him, we'll kill him, or like we'll do whatever we need to. But if he's not related, he's just an innocent human being, what right do we have to interfere? And I really like that because like they're being logical and also giving us a fair chance, despite the fact that they are tricking us into taking that chance.
けどまあ、全くの無駄話でもない。ロアはお前の関係者であることは動かねえしな。
Oh, okay. The boy shrugs his shoulders and gets up from the bench. It appears that he has zero interest in what happens to me after this.
ああ、どうした？さっさと行け。人の恋路の邪魔をして悪かったな。あの吸血鬼を追うんだろう。今のシンスは血に飢えた破壊衝動の塊だが、理性ぐらいは残っている。自殺なんざおすすめできねえが、ま、止めるのも野暮だしな。
He's not even stopping us. He's like, yeah, you can continue doing what you want. I just want to inform you, double check, you know, make sure that you're not a psycho killer, but you're clear. So, you know what? Do what you want. You're free to do it. I'm not stopping you.
重ねて本気です か死体代行。みすみす吸血鬼の餌食を増やすなって。仮に彼がロアではないのなら、それこそ保護すべきでしょ。
That's my decision to make. It's my free will. Even though it's kind of stupid, but you know what, whatever.
あなたもあなたよ。さっき噛まれかけたくせに、まだあの怪物の本性がわからないの？
Uh-oh, Noelle makes no attempt to hide her hostility as she blocks my path. I'm sure she must have her reasons to be so cold towards vampires. But her reasons aren't mine. She's not the only one with beliefs that she's not the only one with beliefs she refuses to compromise on. I really need to go after Arkwood.
そっちこそいい加減にしてくれ。
You're not my teacher after school. Fuck off.
さっきのはただの冗談だったんだ。あいつは血を吸わない。
I don't know
いい
about
吸
that.
血鬼なんだから。
I do think she's a good vampire, but I do kind of wish that she didn't just stay silent there. Though technically, she does have the right to remain silent, but it only further tries to affirm that thought, and it's not looking good.
人を殺していないから善人ですって。笑わせないで。吸血鬼は人間にとってなんであれ悪なのよ。いいえ、人間でありたいと思うなら、あの枠組み自体を悪と区別しなくちゃいけない。
Ooh, she must have had a history with them then.
それができない人間に人としての権利はないわ。人でないのなら私の排除対象です。よく考えて答えなさい。あなたはこれからどこに向かうの？
I'm planning to go home, but then go see Arkwood. She urges me to pick between life or death. If I declare that I'm chasing after Arkwood, she'll swing for my head with all her might. Ooh, I feel like we're gonna get a bad end here. And I don't want to know which one is the bad end. It is two different lines. I'm gonna ready my knife without another word.
やめとけノエル。無駄な体力使うな。だいたいお前の技量じゃそのガキは殺せねえぞ。返り討ちに遭うのがオチだ。
You're gonna get your ass whooped.
はあ？なんで？
なんでって、そろそろピアノの影響が出る頃だからだよ。お前ね、あの姫様と打ち合ったんだぞ。1ヶ月は手足に力が入らねえから、まだ動けるうちに教会に帰っとけ。
Yeah, so yeah, he was controlling her because it would empower her to be on the point where she was on par with the current Arkwood. But it was probably pushing her limits and she's gonna go like really soon.
何よこれ。体中がビリビリするんですけど。
Miss Noelle no longer blocks my path. Instead, she rides on the ground.
あとはそっちの問題だ。ノエルの発言は気にすることはねえが。まあ、帰れるうちに帰っておくのが人間らしい知恵ってやつだ。何もかもなかったことにできるのは、これが最後のチャンスかもな。
That was a weird break. Though. Okay. He never gets an answer. There's no more time to waste. In search of Arkwood, I bolt out into the night. Oh. Interesting. So I'm not gonna look at the picture. Okay, they both lead to the same thing. It's just that if I prepare... you know what? Let's just see what this is. I do want to see what this is. Oh god, I have to go through this entire conversation again on the bench. Okay, so we're back here. Now I'm gonna chase after Arkwood. I think the reason why we might get an extra scene is that we might end up running away and then she confronts us. And then it leads into the other thing where she's like, wait, I can't move. Oh, wait, what? Oh. No, it's the same exact thing. Never mind. Wait, was it exactly the same? Knock it off. It was exactly the same. I am actually kind of disappointed because I was hoping that oh, okay, I thought there was another thing. Oh, okay, illusion of choice. Sure. All right. I sprint through the city in a reckless search, but there's no sign of her. Without any leads, this town is way too big to find a single person on a short notice. The only choice here is to narrow down my options. Arkwood stands out, so I should be able to spot her from a distance as long as we're in the same area. We gotta predict where she might go and take my chances. If Arkwood's anywhere, it's apartment, back alley, back at the school. I actually don't know. I feel like it might be back at the school, though it's kind of weird that has a question mark. But I'll start from top to bottom. Let's go to her apartment. I should check her apartment. She might have given up on the hunt after this disaster of a night and just gone home and rest. I don't think she's gonna be here. She'd probably be somewhere thinking. I rang her bell. There's no response, no matter how long I wait or how many times I ring. I don't sense anything moving behind the door. She hasn't come home. That or she's refusing to come out. If there's a moment of hesitation... Oh, there's a moment of hesitation, but I erase it with a deep breath and take out my knife. Oh my god, he's breaking and entering again. Time to kill the lock. I apologize to Arkwood later. But before I make my cut, I tried putting a hand on the doorknob. I didn't have to do that. Okay, the door wasn't even locked. It opens easily with a click.
Akasha, いるのか?
Mushy mushy, I don't think anyone's here. There's no response. The bed is made up neatly. She did say she waited in the park all night, after which she came straight to the mansion to ambush me in the morning. Which means that she probably hasn't been back here in over a day. I strike the wall, then sprint out of the room as fast as I can. There's point in scolding myself for my stupidity. If I had the time to vent my anger at the wall, I should put it to use searching for her instead. That is true. Frustration will just waste time. Shiki ain't got no time. Okay, so I think this might be... Oh, okay, it's still this one. Alright then, I thought it was going to lead to a new scene. I make it to the area around the station. Narrowing my eyes, I peer out at the blinding artificial lights and bustling crowds. All I've got to track her down is a hunch and my own 2 feet. My chances are staggeringly bad, but they aren't zero. Oh, I follow these lines to track her down. What lines is he gonna follow? Oh, is he gonna overload? Arkwood doesn't possess the same abundance of death like the other life forms do. In a world overflowing with death, she's the only one respite from these repulsive lines. Oh, that's gonna overload his brain, I think. If I look out across the crowds, she should stand out as a singular, unblemished beacon. It's not the most refined plan, but it's the best I have right now. Okay, brain overload, brain blast! Pain bursts behind my eyes. I do my best to view everything in that detached, general way without focusing on any one line too much. Kind of wonder, actually. So, like, if Shiki turns into a vampire who was more healthy, would he still be able to use his eyes? And if he is, would the better health of being a, well, hopefully, vampire that is actually well nourished, would it outbalance his eyes? So Arkwood told me that this pain is caused by the burden of that seeing death puts on the brain. My glasses can't stay off for too long. Everyone downtown has perfectly ordinary lines. There's not a single soul around that looks like the ones we've hunted down before, with masses of graffiti crisscrossing their bodies. I rub my temples to soothe the throbbing beneath the skin. Our headache would only intensify if I keep my glasses off. But I have to hold out a little longer, on the off chance that she's somewhere on the main streets. It's fine, it'll be easier from here on out. Once I get to the alleys, there'll be fewer people and fewer lines. I need to hurry to the darkened black back streets, in a place where even the moonlight can't reach. It should be easy to spot her bright pale form. He is definitely gonna overload in this ending. He is going to die. The exhaustion of running, combined with my throbbing headache, makes me want to hurl. When I wipe the sweat from my forehead, I notice how feverish I am. I can feel my temperature even with my own hand. I don't remember ever feeling this hot, not even when I had a near 40-degree fever. It's the only place I haven't checked yet. He went through the entire city? Jesus. At the end of the road lies the alley where we had our first conversation. If she's not here, I'll have to admit my gut was off. Oh, it looks like his vision has a freaking earthquake. A wave of cold hits me the moment I step into the alley. The chill that crawls down my spine is icy enough to cool my fever. I see something strange in the distance. I don't see anything here. Yeah, not yet. Sparks popping and crackling within the darkness. Or to be more precise, the lines of death. Thick globs of them, thumbing and churning before they vanish into nothing. The intermingled lines of death belong to zombies. The fact that they're disappearing can only mean one thing. Oh. He sees a lot of lines, but they're disappearing because they're dying. Oh. Against my better judgment, I press on through the pain and exhaustion, all but forgetting the foreboding chill that hangs thick in the air. Okay, by now, am I still... Oh, I'm in the next part. All right. Before we actually hop into Arcwid, this seems to be the right thing, so let's see what happens if we make another choice. I mean, one of the options was actually straight up going to the alley, so I'm gonna try back at school. Because if we just go to the alley, it might lead into that part. After thinking on everything that's happened this evening, I decided to head for the school. Arcwid was acting pretty strangely when we were here. As far as today's events are concerned, it's not so crazy to think that she might have come back. There's nobody around at night. If she's looking for solitude, she could do far worse. Yeah, we're breaking into the school twice today. The courtyard is devoid of sound, let alone any signs of human company. Not a single light is on inside. The place is more cemetery than school. There's something here? Somehow, I simply know that something is inside. A strange scent reaches me on the wind, brushing against my skin and sending a chill down my spine. You can smell that great? Are you freaking Tanjiro? Okay. Third person talk? This isn't the time to hesitate. I slip inside using the same window I broke earlier. I didn't expect someone to be here. I mean, I was thinking maybe Arcwid would be here, but clearly she's actually going to be in the alleyway. There's no one on the first floor. An anxious tingling scratches the back of my neck. I make my way to the second floor. There is no one. There's no one. There's no one. Oh, and yet I feel it. A slimy sensation against my back. Something cold yet smooth, like the belly of a snake. I spin around, but of course, the hall is empty. Oh! A squelching noise. The next moment, an incision is made in my chest. A river of blood flows as my old wounds open. Without warning, a knife was thrusted through my back. I'm like a vampire impaled by a stake. My body slumps to the ground. I don't know what's going on. But in my last moments, as my consciousness fades, my mind transports me to a different place. And I look upon a scene from a summer long, long ago. Oh shit. Bad end. Okay, so I expected like at least a bad end here. I didn't think we'd see him. Oh fuck. Oh fuck. Dubious hint segment 10. Oh. So if we were to make assumptions, I mean, there's only one other vampire we know, and that's Roa, so... Teach me, CL Sensei.
そろそろ突発死にも慣れてきた頃でしょうか。
Hello, CL Sensei.
最善を尽くしたもののあえなく死亡した遠野くんのための救済コーナー。
You just can't stop killing. Yeah, you're right. I freaking love watching them die.
教えてシエル先生、今回も張り切って開始です。
と言ってもこれよくある死亡3択じゃん。1個前の選択肢に戻ってやり直すだけじゃん。
Yeah, they're kind of right. There are, for the most part, most of these are just go back to the previous choice options and just choose something else, you dumb. I think the only time it wasn't that was when we got killed by the shadowy scratch figure, and that's because we didn't talk to we didn't tell Hisui that we would come go out late at night. We lied to her, and that one actually required several choices.
救済コーナーっていうのは死ぬ前に助けてあげるもんじゃん。今更気づいちゃったんだけど、これメガネがどうやって即死するのかを見て私らが寸評するだけのコーナーでは。
The Neko's right. The Neko's right.
そうですけど、それが何か？だいたい痛くなくては覚えませんよね。
Oh god, no, you're a Spartan teacher, aren't you?
スパルタ通り越したドイツだった。
She even said Sparta.
さて、今回の原因は夜の学校に遠野くん一人で入ってしまったことですね。頼れる先輩がいるでもなし、今のアルベールが無人の場所に行くはずもなし。
You don't have your marvelous upperclassmen.
一つ前の選択肢に戻ってもっと血生臭い場所を選ぶと良いでしょう。
Somewhere a little more bloody. Oh man.
今のって言った？シエル、あの完璧なヒロインが可愛いした理由知ってんの？スタミナ溢れそうだから慌てて家に帰ったとかじゃなく？
そう、私には何とも。
You didn't go home, I know that for a fact.
まあ自分が吸血鬼であることを自覚したんじゃないですか？今更ですけど。ほら、死者たちのガレージで暴れていた時から我慢できなくなっていたようですし。
マジかよ、そんな前から可愛いだったとか、もうシエルに勝ち目なくない？
What an absolute cutie. How can she even compare at this point? Oh man, she's just so best girl.
大丈夫？インド帰る？
インドは地元でも何でもありません。それより自分のルートだからってあまり調子に乗らないことですね。
We'll get mine later, and then I'll be best girl.
即死するのは即死が似合うキュートな遠野くんだけではありません。
Doesn't mean she's the only one that can meet an early demise, okay?
今似合うって言った？
物語が続く以上、誰であれ退場する可能性はあります。アルクエイドも例外ではありませんよ。
ここから負ける可能性とかあるわけないじゃん。
I don't know, man. Arkwid's still heavily nerfed.
あとはこのまま感動のエンディングでしょ。こんなん生まれたばかりのミケでも上がるし。
ほほう。では、もしそうならない場合があるとしたら。
にゃにゃにゃ。煮干し。いや、次のルートのヒロインの座をかけてもいいぜ。
Uh-oh. CL's like
ちょっと待って、今なんか嫌な音しなかった？
現地も取りましたし、今回はこの辺で。
Time is almost mine
以上、
to be best girl.
さよなら、猫アルク先生のコーナーでした。
Goodbye, Miss Aguilar.
おい、やめろ、その笑顔怖い。貴様本当にヒロインか？
Okay, that was a pretty good one. Okay, so I'm just gonna spoil it. It's not too surprising. I'm pretty sure that guy matches the image that I had in my mind of what Roa looked like. So I'm pretty sure that's Roa. It was only for a split second, but I'm pretty sure that is Roa. Oh god, they started us way back. Alright, we're back here. So according to the flowchart, if we go to her apartment, we end up going to the back alleyway. But let's go to the back alleys first this time. I'll head for the shopping district. I got nothing to base it on, but I have a feeling that Arkwood would prefer the darkness of the inner city. She looked so sad and wounded before. Something tells me that she'll seek out a place where she won't run into anyone. A place where nobody ever comes by. If you want to run away from everything, you're not going to look for familiarity until after the matter is settled, so it wouldn't be her place. But I don't think my instincts will be enough to find her. There's only one way for me to add a measure of accuracy to my wild hunch. I think this is where things are going to be similar. I remove my glasses. Death drowns my visions. Lines pulse across humans, buildings, and the rest of the city. I swallow back the bile that rises up through my throat. Okay, yeah, so this leads directly into this moment. Okay, it is good to know that. So, I guess there are 2 right answers in this case. Alright. Against my better judgment, I press on through the pain and exhaustion, all but forgetting the foreboding chill that hangs thick in the air. Pushing against the rusted iron door, I slip into the dark passage. I thought there was going to be a difference between this one and the other one. I'm in the alley entrance, so I thought that this one was going to result in us meeting with Arkwood earlier, so the other one would result in Shiki kind of suffering through more because he took off his glasses a little bit earlier, but I guess not, because he kind of took off his glasses for the same amount of time. Okay. The buildings press in on both sides. I wad, or is that wade or wad? I wad through the lines, as if traversing a muddied river. At least 100 lines were cut here tonight, but that doesn't make sense. I know this place. Dead or alive, there's no space for 100 zombies to fit here. That means the grisly scene before me can only be a single body dismembered into dozens of little pieces. She just took out all her frustration on this one zombie. It's gonna be atomized. Yeah. It doesn't matter. I refuse to think about it. And what I can't bear is that with every step I take, the creaking and gnawing of bone rattles my ears. Instinct strokes my brain stem with the saw-like teeth, whispering, "Stop, don't go, turn back. That which awaits you at the end is not for your eyes to behold," it says. I know that already, but I won't go back. I won't abandon Arkwood. If I leave her now, I've got an awful, haunting feeling that she'll die. It's a premonition I can't shake. So, despite my better judgment, I press further in. Damn. You did a lot of damage. I'm here. Well, at least we know Roa's not here. There's no trace of zombie flesh. My mind runs cold. My vision is consumed. An ocean of red liquid waste covers every surface. The remnants of zombies, now faceless, arms crushed to pulp, insides completely mangled, violated totally and needlessly. Oh, she took off her outfit. A thick stench of blood mingles with the cold, still air, robbing me of my voice. Everything is red. The walls, the ground, perhaps even the moon's glow have taken a crimson hue. She did that with only a couple of zombies. A dull squelching noise echoes through the alleyway. A creature, maybe the last of many, covered in thick, heavy lines, dies at her hands. She crushes it without effort or mercy, with a single hand, like an ant. The zombie's head is grabbed by unseen hands and lifted into the air, where it dangles for a moment before enormous pressure caves it inward, splattering the walls with blood and brains. I gaze upon this world where even the moonlight is crimson. Is she drinking zombie blood? Or is I don't know. At its center stands Arkwood. She hasn't noticed me. She's just staring at the moon, entranced by her breathing heavy and wild. I can't call for her. The creaking sensation in my spine reaches its climax. It's as if the saw finally cut through the bone. Snap. My consciousness is screaming. I can't stay here. I don't want to die, it wails. Oh, but it's too late. Oh, dang. That's, even her hair changed shape. In this world of red and white, I am an intruder. The woman in white turns. Like a one-eyed demon, she shifts her terrible glare my way. The golden eye is blinding. Our eyes didn't meet, but I look into hers all the same. That alone was enough to make the blood rush to my head. Enough to erase all reason, all sense of self. Ah, that's her as a monster. The first thing I feel is pure survival instinct. You can't be here, you can't look at that. Don't make your presence known, don't let them see you. You can't talk to them, you can't coexist, it's impossible. You can't fight it, you can't escape, you can't even pray. No matter what you do, you can no longer be saved. The creature is on a different level. Though the concept of levels is meaningless here, the difference between us is so vast, we may as well be on different planes of existence. It is more than me, it eclipses my being, which is why every one of my blood vessels dilates at once. It starts with fear. A bloodlust akin to rapture follows soon after. Like lightning flashing across a clear sky, the clearest conclusion in the history of mankind. My cells rejoice at a revelation on par with that of the most enlightened saints. It's simple. This thing should not be allowed to exist. We have no need for it. So we must kill it. Kill it quickly. Kill it here. Kill it now. Be swept away by the pulsing river in your veins and expel that thing. Oh, this impulse is what killed Arkwood the first time. Something in him, I don't know, I guess it's its blood. It's literally being swept by the pulsing river in your veins. Something in his blood is telling him to kill these monster-like beings. So is it, yeah? My heart leaps. I know I couldn't win, yet every part of me rumbles and moans, urging me to kill her. This is all backwards. If I don't want to die, I should kill? Even though I'll be killed, I should kill? Is my head crammed with nothing but thoughts of murder? It's no use. My ego's gone. That eye, I shouldn't look into that golden eye. There's nothing I can do. There's no way to escape her. Thump, thump, thump. My blood declares, boiling with every beat. It surges in a way I can hardly resist. But there's something else, something desperate to crush the... I've never seen that word before. Oh, desiccated husk of my rationality. Why do I want to kill? Is it because I don't want to die? So I need to kill before I'm killed? What a stupid thought. I'm gonna die laughing at this rate. You don't need a reason. Be honest with yourself, Shiki Tohno. Don't you remember what you did to that woman once upon a time? Shut the fuck up! No, your rationality is what needs to shut up. It's really that simple, isn't it? I want her. I want Arkwood. I've craved her from the moment I saw her, so badly it made me want to puke. I want all of her. Her body and mine, all 17 pieces. Her tears and her saliva. Her blood, her flesh, her desire, her frustration. My breathing is abnormal. I'm losing consciousness. The golden pupil flickers. Looking at her, I think that no matter how much I kill her, it'll never be enough.
Shiki.
Her eyes are red again, but it's already too late. We're past the point of no return. A stifled cry enters my ears. Like I care, I grip the knife tighter and push the woman to the ground. It's easy. All strength has left her body. Straddling her, I wrap one hand around her throat. I raise the other high in the air, knife poised. There's just one thing left. Striking a single blow into the space between her breasts.
落ち着いて、シキ。その目はもう使っちゃダメ。
I hear the woman's voice. Huh. Arkwood is the one to snap out of this trance first. The pulsing beat in my head boils. Shut up! My fingers tighten their grip around her neck. She throws her head back in pain. I struggle to believe it. She's normally brimming with strength, yet she can't even rid herself of my grip. Yeah, that's kind of weird. Still struggling for air, she gasps my name. Thump. My heart pounds, impelled by the excitement in my blood. Each breath is wilder than the last. My vision is distorted. Every part of me feels like it's turned to lava. It's hot, so hot I want release. My body moves. Slowly, purposefully, I remove myself from her stomach, sliding downward. Spreading her legs, I sink my hip into the space between them. Okay, this is getting really, okay. Her eyes shimmer with anxiety. That gaze only makes my brain boil at a higher pitch. My vision is bloodshot. I feel like I might faint. Every cell in my body cheers with elation. This is what we were born for. If I don't beep this woman right now, I'll go insane. Her vermilion-tinged cheeks. Her neck, so very soft. Nothing can surpass the form of the woman beneath me. I can feel her every motion. Her eyes, brilliant pools of golden that seem to suck my soul. My arms leave her neck. Its fingers trace her chest. They feel the softness of her body, of her legs. When my fingertips meet the pale skin of her abdomen, I notice the warmth that lies beneath her flesh.
違うよ。こんなの四季じゃない。
Her voice trembles with heat. The red eyes plead to me. With that, the last of my thoughts become unhinged. There's a soft gasp, a cry, as if to stifle her shame. With both hands, she desperately tries to push me off, but I grab her wrists, pinning them to the ground so they can't move. Okay, I'm gonna be completely honest. I'm not 100% sure, but I think this is one of the scenes I remember from the manga. And I do remember it being kind of like, bro, if only I had nails to hammer them down with. With her hands like this, she looks like she belongs on a crucifix. Her eyes are filled with contempt, regret towards the man holding her down. This sight is intoxicating. She's even more alluring than she was before. I can't use both my arms. The second I let go, she'd no doubt sever my neck. Tension elicits a grin from me. Oh god. I must be more beast than man. My urge to violate her is surpassed by my desire to see us kill each other.
やめないと後悔する。
Once more, my hand sees her pretty pale throat. It's so pale. So pale. Only my mouth retains the freedom to move. I set my teeth to her chest.
四季、落ち着いて。
It's really interesting because literally earlier today, we were trying to stop Arkwid from giving into her impulses, and now she's trying to stop Shiki. Her body, still resisting, convulses under his touch. It went third person again. Here was Mai, but now, and here it's still Mai, but now it's he. He sighs. His breath traces her stomach. The tickle of warm air is enough to make her squirm. He moves aside her clothing and brings his tongue to her sensitive snow-white abdomen. Suddenly, he recalls a hunger. That's right, his stomach is empty. He's always been hungry. Saliva falls as he drools with a never-sated appetite. The woman pushes against him, but she is no match for the hunger. What are you waiting for? It was the same before. Yeah, exactly. Back then, you were the main dish, but this time, you get to dine. For all our differences, we are identical at our core. We're drinking your blood at the park, the stupid impulse, the burgers you had for lunch, it's all the same. Oh, that's the reason for the burgers. We eat because we must. We eat because it's fun. We eat because we want to. We devour each other out of love. That's all this is for. For us animals, that's all it needs to be. This resistance was inevitable. Her plump breast jiggled below me. The trembling, mouth-watering canvas. The mark of a healthy woman. Oh my god. I sink my teeth into one of her breasts. She raises her voice. Her back arches with surprise. I don't pay it any mind. I gnaw until it feels like I might rip through, stopping short so that I can run my tongue across and savor her taste. Her body heats up. I no longer feel a trace of cold that hung so thick in the air. She struggles to muffle her cries, perhaps embarrassed by the sound. There's pity in her voice. My mind blurs. I've already abandoned all sanity and thought, and now it feels like my sense of self is getting more and more clouded. This might be disturbing for some people, like really disturbing. But the thing is, like, I don't think Arkwood is actually, like, unable to push him off. But I don't really... I'm gonna keep going. I don't want to make any assumptions. Her voice trembles with despair, but I don't hear it. I don't understand it. My knife rises higher, higher into the air. My vision is drowned by a bloody haze. The more conscious I grow of my urge to kill. Okay, it's back to I. The harder it becomes to stop myself from moving. A mournful voice. Her eyes are wet with tears. I think that might be the thing that snaps him out of it. Oh, my head hurts. My instincts scream to keep going. My heart insists that if I stop now, I'm dead. That somewhere down the line, she'll gut me in my sleep. But she's crying. This woman who always smiles so brightly, so confidently, is crying. I can't believe it. I can't allow it. If it were me, I would never make you cry. My head hurts. It's screaming at me to run. The conflicting impulses mesh together. One last time, I ask myself what I want to do. I want to go a bad end, so I'm gonna do I simply want her. I simply want her. I think she's giving him a chance to back off, but if he goes past a certain line, she's going to kill him. I'm a beast composed of pure desire. This beautiful creature, this wretched body, the maddening emotion. Just as I did before, I want to unleash everything within me and violate her. This is not the time to care for her well-being. Oh no. A plague of surging blood awakens from within. The cranial cell inhibits all rationality. Oh, he cut her into 17 pieces again. As long as its shape is still human, human logic applies. Break, bend, split, slice. Reap, peel, rend, tear. There's no end, no closure, nothing. The more I kill, the more I need. I finally remember. This is what I am. This is what I've always been. I just wasn't in the right place before. Automatically, organically, I repeat and repeat and repeat. I'll forget my humanity until 7 nights have passed. He does this for 7 nights? Oh my god. Damn. That was really fucked up, man. That was really, really fucked up. I rise from a sea of blood. It goes to show how extraordinary she was. I disassemble a single creature, but the entire alley is splattered with blood and guts. The monotonous crimson hurts my eyes. The ground is sticky yet slippery, making it hard to walk. The air reeks of blood. My headache subsides. I've thrown away my sense of self. Even as I turn my heel to head home, I realize I've long since lost my place to return to. Oh, the panther's back.
Ah, お前か。
Come to think of it, this is where we met last time too. I actually technically brought you home. Is this a coincidence, or are you just finishing what you started? Creation is such a finely crafted thing. Its wild fangs are bared and aimed at my throat. I still don't know what this is. The sound of wriggling, squelching flesh echoes behind my back. To my front stands the panther. To my back lies something unspeakable. Ultimately, the demon regenerating behind me isn't something that can be killed by human hands.
まったく。下手だね。
Struggling, I offer up my fingers. A ringing noise explodes from within. It's osteophony, the conducting of sounds through the bone. As the beast's jaw crunches the vertebrae in my neck, the noise bursts upwards towards my narrow cranium. I try to impart my final words, but without a throat, there's no way for me to speak. What did I yearn for? What did I love? What did I fear? These questions don't matter to an inhuman bastard. To a fool who's forgotten everything from the start. At least my death is practically instant, sparing me from a fate gruesome beyond comprehension. There's nothing left to think about now. Though I would have liked to express my gratitude to the panther that came all the way here just to finish me off. Damn, that was a very dark ending. Holy shit. That was really bad. Or like really fucked up Shiki is like really fucked up. Oh boy, dubious hint segment number 11. I can't wait to see Neko Ark's reaction to this. Teach me, CL Sensei. Oh, she's...
デッドエンドを迎えるのは主人公だけではない。ヒロインだって容赦なく
Oh,
連打
she's
し、
like, I can't believe Neko Arc is fucking dead.
まさに公平な物語ですね。と、
But now I'm the
言うわけ
heroine.
あえなく2度目の解体エンドを迎えたヒロインにコメントをいただきましょう。はい、アルケイドさんどうぞ。そしてジルートのヒロイン降板おめでとうございます。
She's so happy. What? Who the fuck are you?
品のない家庭教師ですね。それでも原理結界の保持者の自覚はあるのですか？
Possessing beep beep.
どちら様でしょう。あの猫っぽい生き物はどこに？
That cat
アルク
thing.
エイドの代理なんですよね、あれ。失望しました。呪いだけじゃなく知性も低いの
You
ですね。
stupid.
あの生物は彼女の分身でもなければ使い魔でもありません。
It's a being on its own.
ただの揺らぎ、都市伝説として誤認され一人歩きをしだしたジャーゴンに過ぎない。
Just a joke.
彼女の末路に意見を求めるのならあの生物より適任がいるでしょう。言うまでもなく私のことですが、何しろ他人で
Why
はあ
are
り
you
ません
so
ので。
small?
まさかさっきまでいた猫のような生き物はこのコーナーにおけるアルクエイドではなく。
But I wanted to fucking kill that cat.
はい、このコーナーにおけるアルクエイド・ブリュンスタッドは私です。あなたのような未来のイメージでの出演には多大なコストがかかるので
I need to save money.
このようにコストを最小限に抑えた過去のイメージにしています。そうですね、エコなアルクエイドですからエコアルク とでも呼んでいただければ。
Not Neko arc, Echo arc, the economically budget-friendly Arcwood.
エコアルク。では、あの猫型生物はもう現れないんですか？やったー！そこはがっかりしてください。基本的に私はめったに出てきません。この後もこの先も未来永劫シエル先生の相手はあの生物です。
You thought you were a best girl, but actually it was Yuri all along. You are life partners.
はあ、そうですか。地獄のような未来宣告ありがとうございます。でもそれならどうして今回はエコアルクさんなのでしょう。やっぱり遠野くんへの人出なしっぷりに抗議の一つでも。そうですね。私でさえ目を追うほどの結末だったのでつい。
Yeah, because I was being stabbed 17 times.
欲望に負けたばかりか壊れた後の自分の始末もできないなんて。こうして出てきた今も軽蔑を抑えきれません。怒り心頭。なのでシエル先生、お願いがあります。はい、何でしょう。改まって。もしあれと戦うことになったのならどうぞ容赦のない鉄槌を。一度徹底的に痛い目に遭わなければ淑女にはなれないようですから。
All versions of Arc are weird.
言われなくてもアルクエイド相手に手加減なんかしませんけど。あれ、もしかしてエコアルクさんが怒っている相手というのは。それでは私はこれで。これからも彼をよろしくお願いします。あなたも頼りない家庭教師ですが棚くらいには信用していますから。
In your shelf. Goodbye.
どういうこと？
Neko arc in the house.
遅刻。猫、光の速度でただいま参上。そう、光の速度なので寝坊した自分を追い越し遅刻という事実は打ち消されたので言い訳はしない。
Whoa, you were late? I had no idea.
おはようシエルくん。今朝もサブヒロインっぽくて結構結構。ところで今ここに私が来なかった？なんかそんな気がするんだよね。具体的に言うとすっごい美少女な私。
They're probably the same thing.
その条件に該当する方は来ていませんね。それより遅刻の罰は何がいいですか？筧、又崎、引き車、アイアンメイデン。
She's already been quartered so many times into 17 pieces.
各種取り揃えていますのでリクエストをどうぞ。
Oh Jesus. Where did she
やっ
get
ぱり
that?
本編のアルクエイド同様切り刻まれたのブレードがお好みですか？
聞いたことのない単語を持ち出すのはやめろ。デッドエンドはメガネくんだけにして。
Oh my god, it has so many blades on that.
本気だよこのインド。遅刻しただけで処刑とかついに本性を表したか。
いえいえ、私も本意ではないんですけどちょっと頼まれてしまったので。
Poor friend.
次期物語もクライマックスのようですしここで主役交代しておこうかなと。
Oh Jesus.
やめろ。改造ベジでもここまでしねえ。癖になったらどうする気にゃんですか。
It's called fan fixing. Oh Jesus. I can't believe Neko arc is fucking dead. Oh boy, that was quite something. I think I'm good for today. I know, you know, we had a vital choice and I definitely tried to choose the wrong one on purpose. But we did a lot today. Damn, we're still on this day, on day 10. Crimson, I think it's part 1 too, so like this is a really long day. But we got to talk to Mario for an extended period of time, and later on we were looking for Arcwood. Well, when we were talking to Mario, we found out more about Roa, and then when we were looking for Arcwood, we ended up crashing into Roa. So that was actually really, really cool. I wasn't actually sure that we were gonna get something like that, and now we're back in the alleyway, and things just went to shit. Oh, that was really cool though. But I guess next time we'll choose the other choice where Shiki hopefully regains his sense of self and doesn't kill Arcwood. But we'll have to save that for next time. And until then, I will be seeing you. See ya!